Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dave and welcome to a new episode of Jumpstart. We're going to get started today with the Space 09 Design Challenge results. About a month ago we asked you guys to create the best outer space level you possibly could, and you guys had a lot of great entries. We've narrowed it down to the top 10 best entries based on your own votes in the forums as well as our own here at Miner Studios. So starting at number 10 we have Flora of Enlightatron by Jesse the Wanderer. Number 9 is Crippled in the Night 2 by Edak Onag. Number 8, Mini Station Challenge by The Ultimate Yoshi. Coming in number 7 is Space Piracy by Lemon. Number 6 is The Core by Cracker Jacks. Number 5, In Space No One Can Hear You by Bender. I hope I pronounced that right. And number 4, Journey to the Star Realm by Wow Fun Happy. At number 3, Escape from the Moon by Rob Cousins. It's a very original level which starts you on the surface of the moon, and you'll have to enter an underground crater and find a way to a space shuttle to fly back home to Earth, all while finding treasure along the way. It's an awesome concept, and the entire thing was pulled off extremely well. At number 2 is Luminescent Skies by Baberto, and I can't even begin to tell you how many lives I lost in this level. It's almost certainly the hardest Space 09 entry, so don't let the bright colors and minimalist design fool you. As of this recording, only 3 people have beaten it. All told though, it's pure gameplay challenge, and any advanced player should definitely try it out. And finally, at number 1, Munchie 365's Exploratorium The Starport. This was an amazingly epic level, where your character flies between multiple spaceships and planets to discover dozens of hidden treasures. There's a sense of wonderment as you first peek your head out of your mothership and see all the things floating in the world above you. It's incredibly well designed and will take most players at least over half an hour to discover everything this level has to offer. So congratulations to all the winners and participants in this challenge, and as always the winners will win Atmos to spend for character customization within the game. That's $1,000 for first place, $500 for second, and $250 for third. You can play any of those levels by searching for Space 09 as one word in the play browser. Now we mentioned this earlier I think last week, but the next design challenge for September is actually a dual design challenge, the Big 09 and Small 09 design challenges. So for Big 09 the idea is very simple. Just create the biggest level possible in Atmosphere. Your level must use as much of the 100 by 100 by 100 grid as possible, and there must be at least one block on floor 1 and one on floor 100. You can think about making large landforms or structures to fill in the space, or maybe giving the player faster speed and bigger jumps so they can get through the world a lot quicker. A castle, a city, a mountain, a floating junkyard, what you make is up to you. For the Small 09 design challenge, you need to create a miniature Atmosphere level. They must fit within a 20 by 20 by 20 grid, so pretty small. You can search for the Small 09 template by OK Samurai for an editable level that you can use to start out. Since space is limited, you'll have to pack in as much as you can. Think of creative ways to extend the gameplay, limiting the run and jump power, using Metroidvania style exploration, item discovery and backtracking, and making the most of the vertical space. So you can enter one of the challenges or both of the challenges, it's up to you. Just make sure to include Big 09 or Small 09 as one word in the title to be considered, and make sure to get your levels in by midnight Pacific Standard Time on September 30th. And we'll be giving out Atmos for the first, second, and third place as usual for both of the challenges, so there's a lot of opportunities to win this time. So good luck with that. Let's move on to the mailbox questions you guys have asked at twitter.com/minerstudios. You can follow us there for all the latest news and updates and crap like that. Mr. Blackfire says, will we ever see another power-up and or shutter shades? I bet you know I love them. I do know you love them. Thanks for asking. And yeah, definitely more power-ups are on the way. We've got some pretty crazy ideas for that, including power-ups that are not necessarily like we have right now, where they're just a collectible floating icon. Maybe there'll be some different things thrown into the mix there, so think about that. And shutter shades would be pretty cool as well. Thanks for suggesting that. Maybe we can also add auto-tuning and an overbearing ego, and then we can have a Kanye West video game. Zing! Moving on, Transit User 1 says, will there be an experience thing so you can trade the experience into Atmos? Yeah, it might not work exactly like you suggested, but we'd like to have some sort of experience system eventually in Atmosphere. And what I mean by that is this: we want to reward players and designers for the time they spend in Atmosphere, as well as the skill that's required to create a really cool level or to complete a really difficult level. And so Atmosphere is not a traditional game, so it might be a little different from other experience systems you're used to. But we're working on that, and we want to make just some way to reward players and designers for putting time and skill into Atmosphere. LX12P, great name, says, can we has sloped triangular blocks for the color pack? Yeah, there's actually a ticket on our internal track system right now that has just this exactly like you're asking for, so they are coming eventually. Gobbledygook says, will you create a rotation tool that allows you to move a block or prop so it rotates 360 degrees? Well, actually, you can do this right now. If you have a block or prop and you're building with it, you can press the R key and it'll rotate around. In Project Stratosphir, we're working on other ways to rotate things around, where you can actually rotate the entire level upside down and rotate objects that way as well. So actually rotate the level around the object. So there's more advanced features coming along the way with that. And Crackerjack says, this idea has been in the forums a lot lately but hasn't been asked. Will we be able to change the grid so it's more tall or wide? Well, maybe eventually, but you know, it's really a matter of capacity, right? So it's not as much about the space in between the 100 by 100 by 100 grid. It's more about how many blocks you can fit in and how easy that is to load and all that stuff. What we'd like to do, so we've optimized everything basically for the 100 by 100 grid. But in the future, one other way that we might be able to combat this is through being able to link multiple grids and levels together through teleporters or doors or something like that. And that could extend the life of a single level while making it bigger and not having to load everything at one time. So good suggestion though, we'll think about it and look into that, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking for that sort of thing. On to Project Stratosphir news. As Martin said and showed you guys a lot of great stuff in his devcast last week, which was really well done. Things are coming along really well. My favorite new addition is multiplayer. We were playing a pickup game with the Buenos Aires guys just the other day where you can design and play at the same time, shooting each other with bombs. It's so much fun. Really fun to fight against each other, but then also when you add enemies and into the mix, like skulls and crabs and stuff like that, it's a lot of fun to sort of either fight against each other or fight together trying to fend off those guys. So it's a lot of fun. A lot of you guys might have noticed in the atmosphere news section there were these little blue sparkles, and someone mentioned the forums, what is that? And mentioned that it's an enemy spawner tool that we'll be adding into the new version of the game. And so you'll be able to actually pick a list of enemies, even different enemies, and put them together to come out of a single spawn point. And what's cool about this is this leads to some sort of, you know, eventually trigger system where you will be able to say once you kill this enemy, something else can spawn out of that point, like a power-up or a bomb or a key or something like that. So a lot of you guys have been asking for that, and it's definitely on the way, and it's almost working within the game already. So pretty exciting stuff. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks guys so much for watching, and good luck in your Big 09 and Small 09 levels, and send in your questions to the Twitter mailbox and all that stuff, and take care. See ya. I actually hit the frame. Oh my gosh, that was awesome.